Can Billy hit here?
Nope. 3 of clubs comes off.
David Williams is running over everyone at the WPT World Championship with over half the chips on the table. Still left in the tournament are notable high-stakes cash game player and WPT champion David Benyamine, WPT Mandalay Bay champion Shawn Buchanan, and local pro Eric Baldwin. With such a big lead, can any of the remaining players make a comeback, or will they merely be fending for scraps at David Williams' victory dinner? There's a $1.5 million top prize up for grabs, and it ain't over until the last river card falls. To bring us to the finish, here's Mike Sexton and Vince Van Patten.
Action on David.
I'm all in.
Well, here Benyamine's going all in with the Queen Jack of Hearts. We saw Eric Baldwin move all in a minute ago with Queen Jack of Hearts. He was up against the Ace King of David Williams. He won that pot, so David Benyamine going to try his luck here. Chips. In second place, David Benyamine with $4 million. Third place, Shawn Buchanan with about $3.5 million. And in fourth place right now, Eric Baldwin with $1.5 million. The winner tonight will take home $1.5 million.
And he's 15,000 blind, still 80 and 160. To the table of pain we go. Action on David Benyamine.
So it costs you $300,000 a round to play 4 hands of poker right now.
David quickly folding. Shawn the Cannon also out, but look at this. Eric Baldwin picking up ace-jack, and he's going to shove it.
Well, you can't blame him for that. I do the same thing right now with this chip count. When a man moves all in, there's no defense against him unless you pick up a hand. David Williams doesn't. Eric takes down the pot.
Eric Baldwin was very impressive because he didn't necessarily get hands at this final table. He made things happen, plunging ahead with absolutely nothing hands, going all in, and made it work. A lot of talent from this young man.
Well, Vince, we got a lot of talent left in this final table, I can tell you that. All 4 of these guys are pros. All of them forked out $25,000 in cash to play in this tournament, so you know they can play. Here, Eric's got Queen Jack of Hearts and moves all in again.
Doing it again, but it may not work this time because look at this. David Williams picking up a monster. Ace King goes over the top all in.
Yep, he's gone all in as well.
Benyamine squeezing a 5-3, won't play that. And Shawn, he's got 1 ace. And deuce can't play.
This guy's getting out of the way, but I can tell you they're pulling for David Williams to win this pot so they can move up in prize money and take 1 step closer to taking down this title, as there'll be 3 players left.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Family at the poker table, rooting their boys on. Who will get lucky? Ace King versus Queen Jack. It's Eric. He picks up queens on the flop.
Wow, he has taken the lead with 2 queens. So David Williams maintaining his composure, but now looking for an ace or a king or 2 running cards to make a straight.
Here comes the turn. No, with the 7 of diamonds, not to be for David Williams.
Eric Baldwin holding his breath. Must dodge an ace or a king on the river to double up and stay alive. And he does it as the 4 of hearts comes off. So Basebaldy, as we call him, doubles up to stay alive. And that's what it takes. You got to get lucky in certain situations. One of those situations, obviously, when you're all in.
4 players remain at Bellagio. We're coming back with more action in just a moment here on the World Poker Tour.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
All right, let's go to the felt. Winner going to take home a little over $1.5 million here tonight. Action on David Williams. Williams has a Queen 8 offsuit.
Yeah, he's going to make the call.
And David Benyamine with an 8-7 says, let's see the flop.
As it comes 7-6-4. Oh, a nice flop for David Benyamine. He's flopped a top pair and a straight draw. David Williams checks the gut shot straight draw. And David Benyamine not only has the same gut shot straight draw, he's also got top pair to go with it. And he's going to fire out $350,000. Dave Williams going to make the call here.
4 spades on the turn. Again, Williams going to check.
And again, Benyamine betting, this time $500,000.
Yep, and he's going to be successful. David Williams can't take the heat. David Benyamine taking the pot.
Well, the Frenchman, WPT champ David Benyamine, looking for his second WPT title tonight. Happy to pick up the pot. More patient player today than he was a few years ago.
All right, back to felt a quick raise by Shawn Buchanan with his ace-7. Makes it $485,000. And look at this, Eric Baldwin with an ace-9 going all in.
Again going over the top of Shawn Buchanan all in.
Williams out, Benyamine out.
Well, they're going to sit back and watch the battle here. And right now, Shawn Buchanan being put to the test with the ace-7 offsuit. He just passed the test a minute ago with an ace-5. And I'll tell you, it just seems like every pot Shawn Buchanan plays, he's got a tough decision to make. Last time he made the right decision. What will he do this time? Again, he makes the right decision by folding. And Eric Baldwin picks up some more chips. Well, Vince, when we were marking this guy up for almost dead and gone, we're talking about the baseball player, Eric Baldwin. He has now moved into second chip position with 4 players left. I'll tell you, he is one tough cookie, no doubt about it.
Well, he fights back beautifully.
Blinds have gone up now. Now playing with a $100,000 and $200,000 blinds, $20,000 ante. So it's now $380,000 to play 4 hands of poker. And I say play, that means if you fold, that's what it cost you.
Action on David.
I'm all in.
Well, here Benyamine's going all in with the Queen Jack of Hearts. We saw Eric Baldwin move all in a minute ago with Queen Jack of Hearts. He was up against the Ace King of David Williams. He won that pot, so David Benyamine going to try his luck here. And Shawn Buchanan with a very tough decision as to what to do now with the ace-5.
I hate doing this.
Shawn only has $4 million in chips, so this would take most of his chips, about 75% of them, if he were to play this pot. Folks, this is what championship poker is all about, making these tough decisions right here. If you were sitting in Shawn Buchanan's seat right now, believe me, you would be very nervous as to what to do. Remember, Shawn not only playing for this title, he's also playing for the distinguished honor of being the WPT Player of the Year for season 8. So this a tremendously tough decision for Shawn Buchanan with so much on the line for him.
Is it possible to, I don't want to call a clock on anyone because that's rude, but can we request to pause the clock or level clock at least?
Has it been that long? Sorry. I'm in my own little world.
David Williams saying, I don't want to call the clock, but I think I want to call the clock.
It's the best hand, but
He actually doesn't want to call a clock and put pressure on a player, but he wants the tournament director to stop the clock so he'll have more time to play at these various levels, but that's not going to happen.
I'm going to call it.
Wow.
And he's made the call, Vince. What a call it is. As the cards lie, he is the favorite to win this pot and eliminate David Benyamine from this tournament. And I'll tell you, folks, that is not an easy call to make. Now let's see if the Frenchman can get lucky and stay alive in this tournament.
I know it's the best hand, but it's so marginal.
Not so bad, man. It's like the worst case. That's sick.
I can't stand not seeing the board. I got to sweat one.
They would have rabbit hunted for it.
A big pot over $5.7 million in it. Whoever wins it's going to be in second chip
Not so
position.
bad, man. It's like the worst
Still
case.
can't see it.
Well, the flop is 9-7 deuce. That was a smiling flop for Shawn Buchanan.
Rabbit hunted for it.
David Benyamine is going to have to catch a queen or a jack or 2 running cards to make it straight. Otherwise,
At least a 10.
this phenomenal poker player will be our 4th place finisher tonight.
Going to the turn, the cannon looking happy.
Well, the 5 of hearts comes off, so we are down to the river. David Benyamine must catch a queen or a jack. Otherwise, he's going to have to wait to capture a second WPT title. Well, the 7 of spades comes off, so that's going to do it. David Benyamine is going to be our 4th place finisher tonight. Well, Vince, I'll tell you one thing. Benyamine put him to the test. Shawn Buchanan passed the test by making that call with the ace-5 right there.
Well, the croissant finally goes stale for the Frenchman David Benyamine, but Shawn the Cannon Buchanan getting closer to becoming the WPT Player of the Year. Stay with us. We're coming back with more exciting action from the WPT World Championship in just a moment. Right now, Kara Scott is talking to David's mom, Shirley.
David Williams' mom, Shirley, has seen an awful lot of final tables in her time. You must be getting quite used to this. Does it get easier watching them at final tables?
Definitely not. Does not get easier. It's nerve-wracking every time.
I heard a little birdie told me that you were a little nervous about coming down here yourself because you didn't want to be bad luck for him. How could you be bad luck?
Because he's never won any tournament where I was there. When he got a bracelet, I wasn't there. World Series main event 2nd place, I was there. Borgata 2nd place, I was there.
So you're more superstitious than he is, I think.
He kind of feels that way too, but he let me come. Aww. He had to think about it.
Really?
Really.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I say let her in. She is fun.
She is fun, and David Williams is as well. Let's go to the felt. Shawn Buchanan with Jack 6 has raised to $410,000, followed by Eric, and now David Williams with the Queen 8 of hearts.
Yeah, Shawn's got the chip lead. He's going to try to be the boss now. Very aggressive raise here with the Jack 6, but David Williams having nothing to do with it. He's going to call him with the Queen 8 of hearts. Flop is King 9-7 with 1 heart. No help to either player. Action on David. He checks. Shawn Buchanan going to make the continuation bet here. $470,000. Look at this, Vince. David Williams with no hand and no draw. He's going to make the call. That tells me he is looking to make a play at this pot later. Well, now the 10 of clubs comes off, so now David does have an open-end straight draw, so he's going to check. Had a deuce come off, he'd have probably bet.
Down to the river we go. Will Williams get lucky? No, a king on the river, so actually Williams out in front here. He checks.
Check.
Okay.
Thank you.
But Shawn is going to give it
Queen.
up.
Well, when a guy calls you on the flop, you figure he's got to have something. Either made a straight, has a pair, has got to have something. You can't figure your jack high is the best hand. And I guarantee you, Shawn Buchanan is staring at that hand of David Williams and saying, how could that guy call me on the flop with that hand?
Okay, and with that hand, David Williams regains the chip lead.
Not by much, though. Both those guys have about a 2-to-1 chip lead over our 3rd place guy, Eric Baldwin, who looks down at a jack deuce of spade. Eric went to University of Wisconsin at Whitewater, has a degree in psychology, played right field on the national championship Division III baseball team.
Thank you.
And he's going to raise here with just a jack deuce of spades. David going out, and the cannon now with a little suited connector, 7-8 of diamonds, is going to call.
So here comes the flop. Oh, what a flop for Eric. He flops a flush as it comes Queen 10-5 of spade. Shawn has nothing. Lucky for him, he doesn't. He checks.
Yeah.
Now, if you're Eric, Vince, you're saying, should he bet here or shouldn't he? Well, I think you should bet, because in case your opponent's got a queen, in case he's got a king or an ace of spade, he's liable to play this pot where you can win a lot of chips. So Eric is going to make the bet of $640,000. Unfortunately for him, Shawn has absolutely nothing and has to fold. Eric Baldwin picking up that pot.
He's trying to make his grandma proud, play well on TV. And let's go back to this hand. Look at this, David Williams with a pair of 9s.
It's a big hand in a 3-handed poker game, so he's going to raise it. Makes it $500,000 to go, but right behind him, Shawn Buchanan has picked up 2 queens.
Oh, this could be a showdown.
Vince, these are the 2 chip leaders that have 2 pretty good-sized pairs here.
I'm gonna raise.
And Shawn is going to come over the top. This could spell big trouble for David Williams.
17 more.
When he says 17, he means 1.7 million more. Eric getting out of their way.
What do you got? Left, behind?
Well, David Williams has him covered, but only by a couple $100,000.
This could be a slow-mo disaster before our very eyes.
I'm all in.
Will he plunge? Yes, he does.
He's gone all in. He's been called, and David Williams is not going to like it. He is completely dominated. It's as bad a position as you can be in before the flop.
Queens and nines.
Mama knew she shouldn't have been there.
And that's exactly what she's saying. I knew I shouldn't have come. I shouldn't have come. I jinxed him. Oh, boy. And Shawn Buchanan in a phenomenal position now to take a massive chip lead where he could win this tournament and become WPT Player of the Year.
Can't blame David. You have to push with nines in a three-handed poker game. Now it is up to the poker gods, the fate of the game. Who will get lucky? Here comes the first
A
three.
nine on the flop. He has done it. David Williams has taken the lead here with 3 nines.
Unreal.
There you see the look in Shawn Buchanan's face that says it all. How could this happen at this time in my life?
What a stunning flop.
Shawn can catch a queen or hit 2 running cards to make a straight.
We still have 2 cards to come. Here's the turn.
4 diamonds comes off. Shawn Buchanan must hit a lucky lady, needs a queen, or he's going to be gone.
Down to the river.
Shawn Buchanan getting it in as good as you can, pair over pair. Can you get lucky together? No. David Williams shakes his hand. He knows how lucky he was to win that contest. Well, that's going to do it for the Canadian. Shawn Buchanan. And Vince, I got to tell you, this guy played phenomenal poker once again. Just got extremely unlucky to lose that last hand. Possibly the title and the Player of the Year award. Unbelievable tough luck for the Canadian, Shawn Buchanan.
How do you feel about how you played today?
I mean, I didn't make any mistakes. I played pretty much the best you can play and got unlucky.
You really got unlucky there. You went in and your friends are leaving and saying still the best. We've just emptied out this whole side here. They were all your supporters. What's it like playing with such support?
Pardon?
What's it like playing with such support behind you?
It's always nice to have people behind you, so it was fun. I mean, can't control fate, I guess.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Each of these guys have won on the World Poker Tour. They both desperately want this coveted win.
Eric Baldwin on the very first hand with a 9-7.
He's going to limp in and call on the button.
And David Williams picks up his queen jack again, this time suited.
I'm surprised he didn't raise there, Vince. Your opponent limps in on the button. You figure that's the best hand, but wants to see a cheap flop, and here it is. 6-3 deuce with 2 diamonds. No help to either player. David checks.
Eric's going to check behind him. We're going to the turn. And it's a king of hearts. Also doesn't help either player.
Now, David's going to take a stab at this pot. He leads out and bets 240,000.
Yeah, that's what he's going to try to do with his big stack. Got 16 million. Put the pressure on Eric. See if it'll work.
Oh, look at this, Vince. With an absolute garfunkel. Eric Baldwin is going to come over the top of him and re-raise it. Makes it 600,000 to go.
You can't push him around. He's going to win with this.
Eric Baldwin's going to take down this pot by making a nice play there.
What's amazing about him is that he plays better with zip and pip with absolutely nothing than he does with quality hands. A little like Gus Hansen back in the day.
Yeah, David Williams lost that hand because he lost control of it. He should have raised before the flop and then made the continuation bet on the flop.
All right, David this time with a 9-8 of clubs.
This time he's going to raise it. Makes it 400,000 to go. Eric is going to call him with the king 8.
Flop comes up ace 5-3, helping neither player again.
Eric is checked. this time, even though he doesn't have the best hand, he's making that continuation bet, and he's going to win the pot. Now, had he done that the first hand, he'd have won that one also.
And there's David's mother, Shirley, very excited on the rail. You know, you got to love what David said about his mom, too. Doesn't believe in the superstition. Just because she hasn't been here when he's won tournaments, he says, that's not going to affect me. Someday it'll come out the right way. He hopes it's tonight.
He's saying that on TV, Vince. Inside, he thinks she's a jinx.
Kiss of death.
No. I'm happy he's got her here.
All right, Eric Baldwin, king 9 this time, and he's just going to limp in. David with just a 6-10. David checks.
And flop comes Jack 8-3. That'll help either player.
Nothing hitting. David Williams checking with his 10 high.
And now it's Eric's turn to make the continuation bet.
210,000 into Williams, and he's successful with it.
Notice the guys that have won every pot so far, the guys doing the betting. Nobody's had anything yet, but the aggressor, the guy taking last action, is the guy that's winning the pot.
Nothing hands, taking down pots. We're coming back with more action from the WPT World Championship in just a moment. Montana Lounge heads-up action continues.
Eric Baldwin has chipped into David Williams' chip lead since they started this heads-up battle. He's picked up about $1.5 million. Can he continue his run? We shall see. Action on David. He looks down on the king 3, and he is going to raise it. And a pretty healthy raise of 500,000 here.
Well, he's going to put the pressure on. Eric can't take the heat. You got David Williams with over 14 million now. Just going to try to grind away on Eric Baldwin.
Eric Baldwin, the 2009 Card Player Magazine Poker Player of the Year. We've seen some sterling play by this guy.
We really have. He says he's playing for his grandma, to see him on TV for the first time in a big event. The title of the year, the mother of all poker tournaments at the WPT, the World Championship.
He's got to Dolly Parton, the 9-5. He's going to raise it up to 520,000.
David behind him with an ace-deuce.
Well, David knows when you get an ace high, it's a pretty good hand playing heads-up poker, but when it's just an ace-deuce, it's very daring to make a raise, but he's doing it.
Oh boy, he's going to put his victim into a full Nelson and squeeze hard.
It's about $1 million more. He's definitely stepped it up here in the last few pots. Taking the aggressive route, and it's going to pay off for him here as well. Advance virtually every hand of this heads-up match has gone to the more aggressive player.
Mom Shirley absolutely delighted with that. Can he piece it all together? Take down this major title on the WPT.
Well, David Williams looks down at 2 deuces. He's going to raise it, makes it 500,000 to go. Eric Baldwin has the ace-5 of hearts. We just saw David Williams raise with ace high a minute ago after his opponent raised it. What will Eric do here?
All in.
Wow.
He's gone all in.
Pull that in and give me a count, please.
Well, David Williams wants a count. Folks, it's going to cost him about $3.8 million more to make this call. Vince, most poker pros do not want to call a monster all-in bet with 2 deuces, because the best you're going to be is in a race situation where your opponent's got 2 overcards. They got the overpair, you're dead. Anything else, it's a coin flip as to who's going to win it.
Mom Shirley in terror mode right there. She cannot bear to look.
David Williams is the chip leader. Puts his opponent on 2 overcards. He may just want to gamble here to try to end it right now. What to do with 2 deuces here?
Call.
Wow, he's made the call. Vince, he is gambling here.
The Mallards. Don't forget the Mallards.
Well, I think Eric very satisfied to see the hand his opponent has here.
You want to run it twice? Run it twice?
A little poker humor there.
Well, David Williams wants to run it once and win it once. It's almost a dead even coin flip. So luck the key factor here. Eric needs to get lucky to stay alive. If David Williams gets lucky, he'll be the WPT World Champion for Season 8.
Well, not right there.
An ace right on the flop becomes ace 7-6. David Williams does not flinch when the ace comes out there. But right now, he's got to find a deuce somewhere in the deck.
He might be kicking himself, saying, what did I call off my money with deuces for? Well, there's 2 cards to come.
Well, he must catch a deuce, Vince. Nothing else will do it. Oh, yeah! It's over. He caught it on the turn, Vince. Lightning again for David Williams. He caught lightning to knock out Shawn Buchanan.
Are you kidding?
He caught lightning to knock out Eric Baldwin.
That's ridiculous.
Destiny on the side of David Williams. Wow. Sometimes it's just your night. What else can you say about David Williams? You got to feel good for him, but you got to feel the pain for Eric Baldwin right there.
David Williams, the WPT World Champion, just like that.
Here comes Mom.
Yeah!